Good morning, y'all. I'm having a silly time because I saw someone say that I should do this horizontally instead of vertically. But because you get to see more of the background, but I can't tell where I'm supposed to look, so it looks like I'm looking at you. My phone. If I go like this, it's easy. You can tell I'm talking to you. But like this, I don't know. I'm gonna have to work on that and figure it out. But anyway, we'll get to it. But it is pretty. Y'all tell me if you like this more or this more, where I'm actually looking at you. It's in my nature to be a little silly. And I looked back at that video and saw I was sideways. I have a lot to learn. I'm new at this. And that kind of brings me to today's topic of expectations. I was thinking about expectations and what I wanted to share with you, and I wrote down a ton of stuff because there's a lot to talk about when it comes to expectations. Now, those wise people I knew I've mentioned before, they talk about how expectations are premeditated resentments. Meaning, when you have an expectation of a person or a situation, you're just bound to, not to be negative, but sometimes things don't work out. And so when you have that expectation, sometimes you set it too high. And, just setting that expectation can be a premeditated resentment, especially when it comes to other people. You expect them to be courteous and they're not. And you're like, expecting them to be courteous. That's a premeditated resentment there. So, talking about expectations, there are good things and bad things. Expectations can be good because they help you focus on goals and stuff. But when your expectations don't come to fruition, you get disappointed. It's kind of hard. So what do you do when that happens? And there's lots of things that have helped me. First of all, just being grateful for what I have currently. If I'm trying to get some goal and I don't achieve it, I think, I'm grateful for what I have. I also have a tendency to kind of just remind myself of my past accomplishments. If I'm trying to do something and it's not successful, then look at my past accomplishments, remind myself, kind of have my own little inner coach, saying, you know what, you can do this, stay focused. My mother used to always say, if at first you don't succeed, try again. But then sometimes it's like, you got to learn your lesson. If you keep trying and keep messing it up, then, learn from that and do something else. So, you have to find that balance of, having appropriate expectations, but then also knowing when to either move on or, lower your expectations, be grateful for what you have accomplished. So, there's a lot to talk about. I'm going to look and see if there's anything else I've forgotten, because I wrote so many things down. I think I did a pretty good job of covering everything. But, and the other thing I wanted to mention is, kind of like the concept of you have this expectation of doing something. But really, if you can get to the point of understanding that the true fulfillment comes in the creative process, the fulfillment can be just, and I say all the time, it's not the destination, it's the journey, and focusing on that, just enjoying the little steps. And if you don't quite make it to where you want to get to, be thankful for what you have been able to accomplish and enjoy it. There's that saying, reach for the stars and you might land on the moon, so it's good to have expectations and try your best, but don't beat yourself up if things don't work out right away or don't work out at all. Learn from it. So y'all tell me, what do y'all do when you get disappointed and you have expectations and they don't work out? Because it can happen a lot, and it can sometimes it happens to me and it really derails me, and it can derail me for a whole day. I can be kind of in a bad mood or something. So it's good to have these practices in your back pocket. So what about y'all? What do you do to practice gratitude when you're disappointed? And basically, I'd love to hear from you all. Please leave a comment below. It's helpful to me and to everybody else when people comment and we get to know each other. Look at that sun. That always makes me happy in the mornings. And please, if you would, if you want to, like and subscribe. I appreciate that. It helps YouTube know that what kind of folks might like these kind of videos, and it sends them out to other folks. And you never know whose day you're going to make just because you liked and subscribed, and they get to see some encouraging words like this. So please do. And again, as always, I'm grateful for each and every one of you all, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.